Hey there, it's Catherine Chess, your nutritionist and joyful living coach. And tonight I'm getting ready for my 3 months to thrive group. We're making this easy, fast, fun recipe. It's creamy spinach. But normally in spinach, cream spinach, you use the dairy, but we're making it much, much healthier with actual spinach and coconut oil and coconut milk. So I'm gonna add this to I have about a tablespoon of coconut oil in this container already. I'm just going to add all the spinach and throw it in. The recipe calls for, woohoo, the recipe calls for taking it back out and chopping it up. But in this case, you don't have to, because this is baby spinach. I love baby spinach. It tastes warm and inviting. It's just awesome. It's a lot more tender than your regular spinach, and it cooks up like a dream, and you don't have to chop it, which saves you one less step. So I'm just going to let this wilt a little bit. I'm just going to wilt it, and to this I am going to add 2 shallots that I've already cut up, and I have a whole jalapeno diced. But make sure you take the seeds out, okay? Because if you don't, you're gonna have really hot spinach. So I'm gonna throw all this in together, right? And I'm also gonna add a little bit of ginger. I've chopped this up. It's about 1 tablespoon of ginger. Yum. This recipe calls for a little bit of sugar. The original recipe called for sugar, but we're not using sugar. If you want to sweeten it up, which I'm not going to do tonight, you can use a little honey, which is also delicious, but I don't think it needs it. Oh my gosh, I wish you were here. I wish you could smell this, but you can see it. Here, look. Oh, the aroma is just fantastic. So we've heated all this up. We're letting the spinach kind of melt and gel. Just get a little welted like you would normally do. And then I have it on medium heat, and I'm stirring it. I've added the ginger, I've added the jalapeno, yum. And now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, just to thicken it up a bit, but especially for us that are gluten-free, that includes me. We don't want to use gluten, so I'm just using a little coconut flour that'll thicken everything up with the coconut milk. And then I'm going to season it with a little sea salt. This is a pink Himalayan sea salt. It's delicious. And I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of cumin. So I've got this handy dandy little measurer. I think this was from Pampered Chef. And I'm just going to, it's great because it just has all the measurements right there in one, see it? And then, there we go. We're gonna put a little pepper in it to season it, and all that spinach is just melting down. Really, really simple, easy. And now I'm going to add a little bit more coconut oil, just to get it to really melt and gel. We need our fat. You know, fat does not make you fat. Fat helps you with satiety, especially when you're eating vegetables. Fat is wonderful because it'll keep you full. So I'm going to put all this together, and I'm going to stir it up. Let the coconut milk melt. Everything is gelling together. Oh my gosh, the aromas are amazing. Yes, I'll let you see it. It's so delish. Use a big pan like this because it just helps it from spilling out. You can see I spilled a little bit. Stir it up. Oh my gosh, it is melting down. And then now add a little coconut milk, about a cup of coconut milk. And I use coconut cream. This is something, it's called Kara, K-A-R-A. You can get it on Amazon, or you can get it at Whole Foods. At least my Whole Foods has it. And now I'm stirring it all up. Oh my gosh. It looks exactly like cream spinach, and it's healthy for you. So really good stuff. I'm just going to turn up the heat a little bit. So now with that coconut flour, I'll stir it around. And when you stir it around like this, everything thickens up. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. You just let it thicken for 2 to 3 minutes. And look what you've got. Nice, creamy, delicious spinach. I know you'll love it. Try it. You got the recipe. Enjoy. And let me know what you think. Comment below. And you'll find the recipe below too. Thank you so much. Enjoy.